girlies and madams that put on foundation. I'm just going to show you a quick foundation tutorial. It seems pretty long in this video since I'm showing you guys how I do it, but I do it pretty fast on a normal basis, you know, dunzos. But since I'm showing you guys in this tutorial how I do it, I am very thorough. And I am going to show you guys how I contoured my cheeks and how I put on concealer. I'm going to show you guys how I put on foundation using a stippling brush and a trick that I did to make this cheap bronzing powder brush and make it a little more stiff and precise, as well as a normal foundation brush. It's right here. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you guys how I use this and this. So first of all, you always have to put on your moisturizer, and I finally got something that's not ghetto. This is Olay's Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizing Cream. Sorry. Daily SPF 15 Lotion. And I'm just getting this much right now. Make sure your hands are clean and that your face is clean too. And just put that everywhere. Ooh, it smells nice. This is actually my first time using it, so I don't know, guys. I'll let you know how I like it after I've used it for a while. Make sure to put that right under the eyes and on the eyes as well. And even though I am still pretty young, it's never too early or too late to start with anti-wrinkle creams because you can never go wrong with trying to at least prevent it. And today I will be using Revlon's Photo Ready Foundation in Natural Beige, which is number 005. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting half a squirt on, or half a pump, sorry, to just that much. And I will be using my Quo stippling brush, but it actually says bronzing powder brush, like right over here. And since this is like really flimsy and big, and I don't like how like when I put it on it's not structured, I just got an elastic band for hair and put that right on over, put it halfway so it's a little stiffer and it's not gonna bend side to side whenever we put it on. So right now I'm just going to pat that in so that I can get that all over. And now it's all over the bristles, I'm just gonna tap that on everywhere. And once I have it in the places that I need most, which is my middle areas, or sorry, my cheeks, and a short warning, since I'm not putting the elastic band on too tight, it will come off, so just like swirl it around gently just to get a blending going on, or just hold it like this. Really ghetto. But anyway, since I already had my stippling action going on, I just need to blend it out. I didn't put much onto my bangs since you can't even see them anyway, and I want to prevent as much pimples as possible since my bangs are probably making them come out anyway. The whole point of having a stippling brush is to have all the little fine points, and then if you put it on really fast, it'll create an airbrush effect since there's so many pixels. It's like having pixels on your face, so then when you put them all together it'll create this really nice airbrush effect. And I'll also show you guys how I do it with a normal foundation brush. I'm just using this one from Essence of Beauty, and I just have a little bit since I already have a lot on my face already. And I'm just gonna start from the hollows of my cheek and just blending it outwards. If I start off with a normal foundation brush, I do the same thing that I did with a stippling brush, which is basically just dot it where I need it most and then just blend outwards. And blend downwards too into your neck. Just get the excess on the rest of your hand and just blend that in. So right now I'm going to use my Swatches palette, or Water. And I will be using this color first, which is the lightest color, which is Ivory. And I'm just using the concealer end. And I'm going around my nose. And girls usually get this a little red because of hormone. so don't worry. And around the mouth too. And also, since I'm wearing lipstick right now, it helps to clean up that area a bit. And if you like, you could also put a little bit of like a lighter concealer on your Cupid's bow to make it come out more so your lips will look more pouty. Concealer under the eye. Be very gentle around this area because the skin is very sensitive and very thin, and you don't want to create premature sagging and wrinkling. To make your face look a little more brightened up in a way, you can put your concealer, which doesn't necessarily have to be lighter than your skin, in a triangle shape from here to the bottom corner of your nose and to the corner of your eye, and just fill the rest of that in. So basically we're making this shape right here with your concealer. And of course some problem areas that I have because I'm very acne prone. You can go ahead and use your fingers as well. I like using my fingers too, especially to blend it because it's warm, which will make the concealer warmer and blend easier into your foundation. But I like using a brush for precision. For extreme redness, like if you have really blotchy red areas, you can use a green concealer to cover that up because the opposite color of red is green. So right now I'm going into that green and just getting a little bit. And I'm leaving the excess ivory on there. So the green and the red cancel each other out. Be very careful with this because you don't want to end up with green spots on your face. Now to highlight with the concealer, if you have a concealer as well, you can use this purple part. And I'm just using my finger for this. Just push that in and the warmth of my hand will pick up even just a little bit. And put it on my nose, which will make it lighter, which will create that illusion that it's more up instead of it being dark and a shadow when it's going down. And put that highlighter right under the brows as well. And right on the Cupid's bow. Now if you want to fully blend your concealer and foundation on together, you can use that same stippling brush and just swirl everything around together. Or you could also use a kabuki brush instead. And a kabuki brush is great for powdering, for setting foundation. Now that I've blended everything on, I'm just going to set with a little bit of powder. This is CoverGirl's Translucent Light Powder, which is number 110. And I'm just tapping a little onto the cap, just this much. Swirl it around. Setting your foundation with a powder is really good for people, especially that have oily skin, but I actually have normal to dry skin, so me setting my foundation isn't something I do all the time, but sometimes I do, especially on a really hot summer day, which I do tend to get a very oily T-zone at the most. And sometimes using setting powder whites your face out just a little bit, so I'm going to do a little contouring with NYC's matte bronzer. And I'm just going to put this right in the hollows of my cheeks. And what I'm doing is I'm swiping and blending in circular motions. Don't go too far out, just a little bit, just right past the outer rim of your pupil. Because if you go a little too out, you might look a little manly. Unless you're a dude, so it's okay. And for guys, to also help define your jawline just a little bit more, you can go down like this. And it will help to accent your chin a little more. And go down into the jawline as well so that people know where your jaw is. And hit the temples as well. And of course, onto your nose. And if you don't want to use shadow and you just want to do a little contouring and add more depth to your eye, just add some of that same bronzer into your eye socket. So that was my quick contouring and foundation, sometimes routine. I hope you guys enjoyed, and